Well, hello peeps, we got here a little solo shuffle on the Rat Paladin at 1800 MMR. This was my second game, I think, on the reworked Rat, and I think I had like 3 conquest items, like no tier set, just showing you how busted the Rats are. As usual, we'll be talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly, while I also rant a little bit on how I feel about the Rat. So, some pros of the rework. Button load has been reduced heavily. Like you don't have to run as many buttons. You can run more buttons, of course, but as you can see on my cast bar, it's like half of the binds are just missing all of a sudden, right? Even my first key, like 1, is just Crusading Strikes, which is like a non-spell, let's call it, right? A passive effect. Defense is heavily buffed. Like I feel like an absolute tank. Like sure, I have a lot of versatility, because I have like just conquest gear and like enchanted versatility and stuff, so I have like 31% versatility, but still, right, I'm not I really feel like an amazing, you know, really tanky class, like plate varying class should, you know, feel like. I also feel like it's not like too broken, right? It's not like you're unkillable. You will definitely have to bubble. I will be greedy on the bubble, and I think that's why I die. Maybe lose one round in this game, if I remember correctly, is because I literally just don't bubble. Actually, here I lose the first round because I don't bubble. Talents, like the talent or rework was also, I think, really amazing. The PvP talents are just like really strong. Like finally, you feel really good about choosing certain ones. Spell Warden is a back for Rat, and you have it in PvP talents. It's just, I don't know, like it gives. I still haven't been in like a caster cleave position. Most of the lobbies that I've played were like mixed lobbies, right? So, like this lobby here is one caster, so like I'm not gonna be running Spell Warden probably here. 1 minute cooldowns, like 1 minute cooldowns feel so good. I don't know what to say other than that. Like they just feel so good. I just feel like if classes are gonna get homogenized, this is one thing that I'd like for classes to be homogenized on. Like I really don't like when classes have 3-minute cooldowns, etc. Like I'm fine with bubble, I'm fine with certain, you know, abilities like bubble, of course, and stuff like that, having a huge cooldown, sure, but then I'm just not. When it comes to the offense, right, and PvP, you don't want these huge ass cooldowns. They are difficult to balance. So, you know, you have to have the cooldown be extremely strong and feel a lot stronger than any other smaller cooldown, right? So it's just, I don't know. I would say I really would want offensive cooldowns to be like 1 minute, but we shall see about like other classes, how other classes are gonna get reworked in the near future. So some cons of the rework: stacking modifiers and burst. Like the burst is insane, and you still have stacking modifiers. That's why the burst is insane. If you prepare to what are they called, of dawn, the little things of dawn and dusk. If you get the dawn buff, you can have up to like 20% more increased damage on your next holy power spender. Then you of course have judgment as usual. So I just feel like you still have that kind of issue in the game, right? Where stacking modifiers and burst are just yeah, it's just something that has not been actually changed. I would say you have less like buffs to maintain and things like that, but it's like you still have a bunch of stacking modifiers. Mobility is lackluster. I mean, it's a lot better, but it's still just the same like speed, right? You do have like some extra mobility with like when you judgment and you slow down the person, and then you also get a movement speed buff, but like it's minor. It's not something that makes Rats all of a sudden feel insanely better as far as mobility. It's more that the talent, right, Unbound Freedom is now like a talent in the Paladin tree, which you can just take, right, and you don't have to spend the PvP talent on it, and you can always have it, and I feel like that's the best thing as far as mobility. Steed is better, but it's still Steed. Like it's just, I don't know, it's still Steed, right? And it's still a longest cooldown and 2 charges, right? Healing is meh. This is like kind of my personal just opinion, but with all the other utility and stuff, that's completely fine. Like this is not even like a con to the class. It's just something that I guess when I play a hybrid class, I like my class to be able to heal a little bit more, right? But counting how much defensive utility, anti-CC utility, all different kinds of utility that Retribution has is just absolutely unnecessary, right? Here I bubble smartly finally. Other than that, there is not really any huge con. Just that the rats will definitely need a nerf, I think. I just personally hope that they go after the burst and the stacking modifiers, right? They try to affect those and nerf those without like affecting the mobility and survivability. I also hope, right, that they're not gonna try and affect the consistent damage, you know, stays the same. And I think it's really good right now how it feels, like your consistent damage, and in general 1 minute wings is just insane. So now we're just gonna enjoy the match. Like, I've been just cleaving and destroying people here. AT is a short one. It just kind of how would you call it, a zag solo shuffle. I'm gonna be trying to get you some more games at like 2k rating now that I'm getting some gear and stuff. So we'll be getting definitely some more Retribution coming. You're just gonna focus the elemental. I do a nice little CC start on the monk, which is good. I pretty much always try to use my stuns on the healer, because the healer can dispel it, right? So there's no point. And I also am playing here with the feral in this round, so again, no point for me to waste my stun on the DPSs, right? If the healer is not already in some kind of sort of CC, or I know that they've used the Purge or dispel, I should say. And I think we're gonna pump the mist. We were here. Well, peeps, I hope you've enjoyed this little video. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things the YouTuber wants you to do, and have a nice day.